Welcome to the YouTube channel Mathematics Student Helper. Now I discuss particular integral by method of D operator. This is the part 3. Part 1 and part 2 already discussed in my channel. Link of that videos are given in description box. Please see the video by not skipping. If after watching my video you can understand the video, please like my video and share it with your friends. If the channel is not till subscribed, please subscribe it. Now let's go. We know the linear differential equation with constant coefficient in that form. This is a nth order linear differential equation with constant coefficients. Here the constant coefficients are p1, p2 dot pn minus 1 and pn, which are constant. The differential equation can be written as in that form f of d equal to y, which is discussed in previous video, where fd stands for that. Just I write down capital D in the place of capital dn y, means dn y by dx n, d to the power n minus 1 of y means that. These are all discussed in previous video. However, the particular integral can be written in that form 1 by fd of qx. In previous video we consider such type of differential equation and we discuss 5 rules of D operator with examples. I want to try to give examples suitable for students. I hope that this video helps you. Okay, now I write down all the rules at a glance. The rule 1 was, if qx is a exponential function, then particular n will be 1 by fd of e to the alpha x. This is the main formula. Here I just replace d by alpha. You see that here e to the alpha x by f of alpha, provided f of alpha not equal to 0. This is obvious because if denominator contains 0, then this may not be exist. Okay, now 1 by fd of e to the power alpha x means e to the power alpha x by f alpha. Here f1 by fd was the differential operator or operator, but here this is a constant. Okay, this is a first rule. Second rule was qx is a product of exponential function and another arbitrary function bx. Here the particular integral will be e to the alpha x 1 by f of d alpha v of x. This is simple. Just write down e to the power alpha x at first, then replace d by d plus alpha. Here you see that I write down at first e to the alpha x and then 1 by f of d alpha. Just we replace that d by d plus alpha and v of x remains unchanged. We have to further calculate that portion. Okay, now in rule 3 we consider a polynomial of degree k. Here is a kth order kth degree polynomial. This is a qx. In particular integral, what will be particular integral? For this purpose we have to express 1 by fd as a infinite series. You see that if we derive that polynomial of degree k, then up to k minus 1 order derivative will be function of x and k order will be constant, and after that is k plus 1 or k plus 2. This type of order derivative must be 0. Therefore we not consider all the terms in the infinite series, just we consider up to d to the power k. So 1 by fd of qx will be that. This is the first k plus 1 terms, that is up to d to the power k in the infinite series of that, and we apply this on q of x. Okay, simply this is the particular integral 1 by fd of qx. Just write 1 by write down this term in the place of 1 by fd, and therefore this will be the result. And you have to calculate. All of these are discussed in previous video. In the previous video we consider all the five rules and we discuss in details. Now rule 5. In rule 5 we consider qx as a trigonometric functions only sin x or cos x, sin alpha x or cos alpha x. For this purpose we have to assume that 1 by fd equal to function of d square phi of d square. If fd cannot be expressed in phi of d square, then we cannot calculate the particular integral directly by using that formula. We have to further calculate in another approach. Okay, if f of d equal to function of d square, then 1 by f d equal to sin alpha x equal to, just I replace, this is f d equal to phi of d square, therefore I write down phi of d square in the place of f d, and the formula says that you have to replace d square by minus alpha square. You see that this and this portion, just we replace d square by minus alpha square. This is the rule, provided phi of minus alpha square not equal to 0. This is the rule 4. And at last, rule 5 was x to the power n into arbitrary some function. In that case, the particular integral will be, just imagine x to the n is absent, that is 1 by fd of vx, just this is 1 by fd of vx, and since this is x to the power n, just write down x minus f dash d by f dash whole to the power n. Okay, you can remember the formula by that approach, or any other approach you can use that. Just I say that, just imagine x to the power n is absent, so the remaining portion is 1 by fd of vx. Just you write down 1 by fd of vx, and before 1 by fd of vx you have to write x minus f dash d by fd whole to the power n. This is not a product of that, this is a operator. Okay, in particular, if n equal to 2, that is 1 by fd of x square of x square into v of x, then here you have to put n equal to 2. In particular, if n equal to 1, then qx will be x into vx, and therefore the particular integral will be, just see that this is x vx, x into vx, and in the resulting portion just I write x minus f dash d by fd simply, because here n is 1. This is a formula. Okay, now here we consider some different type of examples and solve that type of differential equation mixturing all of 5 rules. Okay, here we consider example 9, because in the previous video we considered examples up to example 9, so here I consider at first example 9. Solve the differential equation. This is a second order differential equation, d2y dx2 minus 7 dy dx minus 18y equal to x square e to the power minus 2x. Now we have to solve this. Given differential equation is, just write down d2y dx2 minus 7 dy dx minus 18y equal to x square e to the power x. You know that capital D stands for d dx, therefore dy dx will be capital D of y, this will be capital D square of y. Thus I write the equation in that form. Okay, all of know about the solution of differential equation with constant coefficient. The differential equation contains two parts. One is called complementary function and another is particular integral, which are discussed in another videos. For finding complementary function, you see the video complementary function. There are two parts, complementary function and linear differential equation, homogeneous linear differential equation with constant coefficient. All the links of that videos are given in description box. Okay, to find complementary function, at first we have to find the auxiliary function. The auxiliary equation will be m square minus 7n minus 18. Just write m in the place of capital D, therefore m square minus 7m minus 18 equal to 0. If you factorize this will be m plus 9 into m plus 2 equal to 0. Therefore values of m are 9 and minus 2. Therefore complementary function will be c1 e to the power 9x plus c2 e to the power minus 2x. c1 e to the power 9x plus c2 e to the power minus 2x, because 9 and minus 2 are distinct real roots. yc, this is denoted by yc, complementary function, c1 e to the power 9x plus c2 e to the power minus 2x, where c1 c2 are arbitrary constants. Okay, this is the complementary function. Now we have to find the particular integral. You see that this is the equation, main differential equation. Here I wrote down some formulas because we use these formulas later. The particular integral will be 1 by fd of qx. 1 by, here this is the fd, therefore 1 by that of x square e to the power minus x. Y equal to 1 by d square minus 7d minus 18 of x square e to the power minus 2x. Now I factorize the denominator. This will be d minus 9 of d plus 2. Okay, now I use rule 2. You see that this is exponential function into another function, so I rule 2. You can use root 5 also. This will be hard, you can check that. In rule 5 you have to take x square into vx. Okay, x square into vx, then you have to proceed, but here I use rule 2. I hope that this is easy than rule 5. Okay. However, if you use rule 2, what happens? Just at first you have to write e to the minus 2x, that e to the right, minus 2x will be at first, and then replace d by d minus 2, because here alpha is minus 2. You see that in rule 2 here alpha is minus 2 and v of x equal to x square. Therefore e to the minus 2 at first and then replace d by d minus 2. Here d, or I write d minus 2, here d minus 2, right? Okay. Now I simplify the denominator. Okay, 1 by, this is 1 by d minus 11 to 1 by d. You see that 1 by fd of polynomial. In the polynomial, if a polynomial of degree k, then you have to express 1 by fd as infinite series and discard all the terms of degree greater than k, because the polynomial is a polynomial is of degree k. So you have to write 1 by fd up to degree k. So we have to express 1 by fd is infinite series and we have to take up to d square. Okay, for this purpose, you see that here I write down 1 by d and taking common minus 11 from that. If you take minus 11 from that, minus 11 into 1 minus d by 11. Now I take the constant minus 1 by 11 at first, therefore this will be minus 1 by 11 e to the minus 2x 1 by d, and this is in the denominator. Therefore if you take its denominator, this to the power, this will be that to the power minus 1. Now I express this is infinite series 1 minus x whole to the minus 1. The formula is 1 plus x square plus dot dot dot. So if you express it as infinite series, this will be that, and there are some terms, but I don't take these terms, because after that this will be d by 11 whole cube, that is d cube into something into d cube. So if you apply d cube on x square, this will be 0, so I take up to d square. Okay, this means 1 by d, 1 of x square means x square, d by d means d of x square means derivative of x square, that is 1 by 11 into derivative of x square, that is 2x, and d square by 121 means 1 by 21 into d square of x square. D square of x square means derivative of x square 2 times. If you derivative x square first time, this will be 2x, and after derivative it after derivative this will be 2x 2 constant. Therefore this is the result. Now we take this result, and this was the result. I previous page calculate is there will be x square d by 11 means d of x square, that is 2x by 11, d square of 121, d square of x square means derivative of 2x square 2 times, this result will be 2. So this is the result. Okay, x square plus 1 by 11 into 2x 1 by 21 into 2. You see that 1 by d applied is on that. Okay, if you apply 1 by d on that, 1 by d means integration. The integration of x square is 1/3 x cube, 1/3 x cube. Here this is x square by 2, that is x square, here 2x. Okay, just simplify, minus 1 by 2x 1/3 x cube, here 1 by 11 x square, here 2 by 121 x. This is the particular integral of the differential equation. Therefore the complementary function was c1 e to the 9x and plus c2 e to the minus 2x, where c1 and c2 are arbitrary constants, and particular integral is here. This is the particular integral, just I write down here it. Okay, this is same. Therefore we know that the general solution or complete primitive is complementary function plus particular integral. Hence the general solution, or you can say the complete primitive, is y equal to yc plus yp, that is y equal to, just here write yc, this is yc and this is yp, I write down this. Therefore this is the complete solution where c1 and c2 are arbitrary constants. Okay, do you understand? Okay, I hope that you understand this. Now we will go in next example. Here we consider another differential equation. The question is, solve the following differential equation: this d by dx2 plus minus 2 by dx plus 4y equal to e to the power x square, e to the power x square. Before solve the equation, I say something. You see that solve the differential equation, therefore you have to solve it, but not necessarily you have to use the d operator. In some question, the question will be solve the differential equation by d operator or method of d operation, then you have to solve in that process. But otherwise You can use any other approach, because such as such a method of undetermined coefficient, method of variation of parameter to find the particular integral, but complementary function will remains unchanged for every methods. Okay. However, I solved it by method of D operator. This was the given differential equation, d2 by dx2 minus 2d by dx plus 4y equal to e to the power x and into cos square x. And now we introduce the operator capital D. Okay, this is same as the previous problem. The auxiliary equation will be m square minus 2m plus 4 equal to 0. Just replace m by d by m, therefore you get the result. Now you have to solve it. If you solve, if you have to use Siddharacharya formula, then we get this minus b plus minus root under b square minus 4ac by 2a. All of you know about the Siddharacharya formula to solving a quadratic equation. After solving this equation, just there is some solution. You see that this is a minus 2 is b, therefore b square minus 4ac, a means 1, c means 4, therefore b square minus 4ac, that is 16. Here 16, this is 4. Here minus b means minus of minus 2, that is 2. 2 plus minus 4 minus 16 by 2. This is 12 minus 12. Minus 12 means 4 into 3, that is negative. This is a negative quantity, therefore this result will be plus minus 2 root 3 into y, 2y root 3. If you take common 2 from numerator, this will be cancelled by 2, therefore the result will be 1 plus minus I root 3. That is the value of AMR in the form alpha plus minus I beta. Therefore the complementary function will be e to the power alpha x into c1 cos beta x plus c2 sin beta x for some arbitrary constant c1 c2, which are discussed in complementary function video. You can see this. Okay, all of you about the solution of reduced equation of corresponding differential equation with constant coefficient. However, the complementary function will be, here is alpha is 1, beta is root 3. Therefore the complementary function will be c1 e to the power alpha x, alpha means 1, that is e to the power a alpha x e to the power x, c1 cos beta x, beta is root 3, cos beta x plus c2 sin beta x, where c1 c2 are arbitrary constants. This is the complementary function of the differential equation. Now we have to find the particular integral. You see that this is the given differential equation. The particular integral will be 1 by fd. Fd means this is the fd. Therefore 1 by fd of e to the power x cos square x. Discriminant 2d plus 4 e to the power x cos square x. Okay. At first here I use the rule 2 because this is e to the power x into something. So at first you have to write e to the alpha x at first and then replace d by d plus alpha. Alpha means 1. Therefore I write down e to the power x in front of that, that is in that place, and then I replace d by d plus alpha. That means we replace d by d plus 1. Okay, here I write down e to the power x and replace d by d plus 1. You see that, and cos square x. Next I simplify that. Okay. There are another problem because here is a cos square function, but all of you know about the formula of, that is rules of the operator. There are sin alpha x or cos alpha x, but there are no sin square x or cos square x. So we have to use formula of multiple angles. For that purpose we product here 2, therefore this will be 2 cos square x, and then we use formula. So just I adjust half there and here is 2. So the result will be half of e to the power x. This is simplification of that. Okay, here just I write down 2 cos square x. In that place here I multiply 2 and adjust 2 by dividing it. Okay, there e to the power x remains unchanged, and d plus 1 whole square means d square plus 2d plus 1, and this is that. Okay, if you calculate it, d square plus 2d minus 2d vanish, that is d square. Here the constant is 1, here is minus 2, that is minus 1, minus 1 plus 4, that is plus 3. That is denominator, this will be d square plus 3. Therefore 1 half e to the power x, 1 by d square plus 3 of cos 2x minus 1. Because you know that the formula cos 2x equal to 2 cos square x plus 1. Therefore 2 cos square x will be cos 2x minus 1. Okay. This means half of e to the power x of 1 by d square plus 3 of cos 2x minus 1 by d square plus 3 of 1. Okay. Here 1 by fd of sin x or cos x. For that purpose we have to calculate it. Now I take the result. Now further process. Okay, there this was the last calculation. This now here write down two formulas, rule 3 and rule 4, which are used in that problem. At first you see that rule 4 here, qx is a cos x or sin alpha x, that is that here cos 2x alpha is 2. For that purpose you see that if fd equal to function of d square. What is fd? This is fd. Yes, this is a function of d square because this is constant, and d square there are no other terms such as d or d cube etc. So if in that case 1 by fd of sin alpha x will be 1 by function of d square of sin alpha square. This is just I replace fd by function of d square. However, next I put minus alpha square in the place of d square, that is replace d square by minus alpha square. So here alpha is 2, therefore you have to replace d square by minus 2 square, that is we write down minus 4 in the place of d square. Okay, so 1 by e to the power x, you see that this is in the place of d square I write minus 2 square. Okay, what happens, this you consider it as a polynomial. 1 is a constant, it is a polynomial. So you have to express, this is the formula rule 3, if it is a formula then you have to express 1 by fd of as infinite series, then you have to take 1 by fd up to k terms if the polynomial is of degree k. But here the polynomial is a 0 degree term, therefore you have to take just constant term. Okay, you see that if this is a polynomial of degree k, then you have to take up to d to the power k. But here is 1, that is qkx is just a0, therefore you have to take up to b0. Okay, clear? However, you have to express it as infinite series. Okay, so I suggest you, but you can write down just taking the lowest degree term of d, that is if you discard all the terms remaining except the lowest degree term, that is just take only 3 and discard all of the terms, therefore the result will be minus 1/3 of 1, that is simply minus 1/3. But here I calculate in general form. For this purpose you see that I take common 3 from the denominator. Okay, this is minus 1. Okay, if you take it numerator, this will be 1 plus d square by 3 whole to the minus 1, and infinite series of that will be 1 minus d square plus 3 plus d to the 4 by 9 minus dot dot. If you apply this will be 0, but only 1 of 1, that is simply 1, that is minus 1/3. Repeat again, if you apply d square of 1, this will be 0. If you apply d to the 4 on 1, this will be 0, because d square means 2 times derivative, d to the power 4 means 4 times derivative, this will be 0, the result will be 0. But if you apply 1 of 1 means no change, identity transformation, therefore this result will be minus 1/3. I told you this will be minus 1/3 of 1. Okay, you can take result from this just one step, or you can explain in that approach. Okay, this is the same, this is the minus 4 plus 3 minus 1, that this is the minus 3 1/3, therefore half of e to the power x minus cos 2x minus 1/3. Now I take common minus 1/3 from that, or just simplify, this will be minus 1 by 6x 3 cos 2x plus 1. This is the particular integral of the given differential equation. So you get complementary function as well as particular integral of the given differential equation. The complementary function is e to the power x c1 cos root 3x plus c2 sin root 3x, where c1 and c2 are arbitrary constants, and the particular integral is 1 minus 1 by 6 e to the power x 3 cos 2x plus 1. Then hence the complete solution or the general solution or complete primitive is y equal to yc plus yp, that is complementary function plus particular integral, that is y equal to, this is the yc here, yc minus plus yp, this is the minus of that, this is the yp, therefore yc plus yp. This is the complete solution or complete primitive or general solution, where c1 and c2 are arbitrary constants. So this question is completed, that is solved. Now we will go next problem. Example 11, solve the differential equation. This is the second order differential equation, d2y dx square plus y equal to log of sin x. Given differential equation is that just d2 by dx2 plus y equal to log of sin x. It can be written in that form, d square plus 1 of y equal to log of sin x. All of you know about auxiliary equation. This is auxiliary equation is m square plus 1 equal to 0. Just you have to replace d by m. The values of m are plus minus I, that is this is of the form alpha plus minus I beta. This is of the form alpha plus minus I beta with alpha equal to 0 and beta equal to 1. Therefore complementary function will be that, because here alpha is 0, in the front of that this is e to the power alpha x, that is e to the power 0 means 1, c1 cos beta x, beta is here 1, because coefficient of I is plus minus 1, alpha plus minus I beta, that is beta equal to 1. Therefore c1 cos beta x means cos 1x, that is cos x, plus c2 sin beta x, that is c2 sin x. This is the complementary function. Now we have to find the particular integral. The particular integral will be 1 by fd of qx. Here fd is 1, fd is d square plus 1. Therefore 1 by fd of qx, qx is log of sin x. Now you have to calculate it, 1 by d square plus 1 of log of sin x. This is okay. You see that log of sin x, this is not under 5 rules, because in first rule this will be exponential function, it is not exponential. In second rule qx was e to the power x something x into another function, this is not in that form. Third rule, this was the only sin alpha x or cos alpha x, sorry, this was the fourth rule, this is not also polynomial. And in the last rule, that is in rule 5, there was x to the power in vx, therefore this is not in that approach. So we have to calculate this in another approach. For this purpose we use that formula. Such type of problem is also discussed in part 2. Okay, since there was the problem maybe 1 by d square plus 4 of something tan 2x or sec 2x. okay, so here we use that formula, theorem 2. For that purpose we factorize 1 by d square plus 1 as d plus I into d minus I, and then this is called partial fraction. Just I simplify or adjust it, just 1 by d minus 1 by minus 1 by d plus 1, this means d plus I minus of d plus d minus I, that is in the numerator d plus I minus of d plus I, that is d will be cancelled, I here minus of minus I, that is 2I. So 2I by d plus I by d minus I, we have to adjust 2I, so I divide by 2I. Therefore this can be expressed in that form, 1 by 2I of that, and this was the qx, this is same. Okay, now we have to calculate 1 by d minus I of log of sin x and 1 by d plus I of log of sin x. At first we calculate 1 by d minus I log of sin x. For this purpose we use the formula. Here a is minus I, therefore e to the power minus ax means put just a equal to minus 1, there minus I, put a equal to minus I, therefore this will be e to the power plus ix. Here I write down, and this is qx, qx is that, and e to the power a means minus I, e to the power minus ix. Okay, now e to the power ix equal to cos x minus I sin x of log of sin x. This will be integration cos x into log of sin x minus I into sin x into log of sin x. Now we have to calculate this cos x into log sin x, integration of cos x into log sin x, as well as integration of sin x into log sin x. At first we calculate integration cos x into log of sin x. This is, for this purpose we calculate this by parts. You have to take log of sin x as first function and cos x is the second function. Therefore log of sin x first function, integration second function, minus integration ddx of first function, integration second function, whole integration. So you have to calculate it. Integration cos x means sin x, that is sin x log of sin x. Here in the integration ddx of log x means derivative of log x, log something 1 by something, that is sin x, and derivative of something, that is derivative of sin x will be cos x, therefore cos x by sin x, and integration of cos x is sin x. Okay, if you simplify it, therefore sin x will be cancelled, therefore sin x log sin x minus integration cos x dx. Again integration of cos x is sin x, that is minus sin x. If you take common sin x, therefore this will be sin x into log of sin x minus 1. Therefore this is the value of integration cos x into log of sin x. Remember it, I will use this result later. Now I calculate integration of sin x log of sin x. This calculation is same also. Here you have to take log sin x as first function and sin x is the second function. Therefore, first function integration second function minus ddx of first function integration second function of again integration. Integration of sin x means minus cos x. Therefore, at first this will be minus cos x log of sin x. Here derivative of log sin x means 1 by sin x and derivative of sin x, that is cos x. Therefore, there will be cos x by sin x and here minus cos x. So here this is minus cos x log of sin x. Here ddx of log of sin x means cos x into sin x. Here minus cos x. Integration of sin x means minus cos x. Now just minus into minus means that is plus, there will be plus, and in the numerator it will be cos square x by sin x. Now I write cos square x by 1 minus sin square x, that is cos x log of sin x plus 1 minus sin square x by sin x dx. You see that 1 by sin x means this remains unchanged, but here I calculate 1 by sin x means cosec x and this sin square x by sin x means minus sin x dx. Okay, now you have to integrate it. Integration of cosec x, you know that log of cosec x minus cot x, and integration sin x is minus cos x. There is also another minus, therefore minus plus, that is plus cos x. Now we take common from that relation, that two terms, first and last term, we take common minus cos x. Therefore minus cos x into log of sin x minus 1, and this is remain unchanged. So I calculate sin x log integration of sin x log sin x as well as integration cos x log cos x. This two result will help. This is the result, integration of cos x, which is I calculate, and integration of sin x this may be minus something, minus cos x into log of sin x minus 1 plus log of cosec x minus cot x. Okay, now 1 by d minus of log of sin x was e to the power ix into e to the power minus ix log of sin x dx. Okay, and then e to the power ix, this was the calculation. We will calculate this is remain e to the power ix. Here I break e to the power ix cos this was calculated before sometimes. Okay, now here cos x log of sin x I put it, and here sin x log sin x I also put it, and here e to the power ix, e to the power ix means cos x plus I sin x. I write down cos x plus I sin x, and in the place of integration cos x log of sin x I write down sin x log of sin x minus I this. Okay, after that now minus I into that is minus I into, in that place I write down that minus cos x log of sin x minus 1 plus log of that. Okay, now I product it and permute in alpha plus minus I beta form. So here real part seal that, here real part and there real part, cos x into sin x log sin x, cos x sin x log sin x minus 1. This is, there are also a real part. If you take this imaginary part and their imaginary part, you have to product it. Therefore this will be I minus I, that is minus I square, that is plus I plus 1. I minus I means minus I square, that is plus 1. Here sin x into minus cos x log x, that is minus sin x cos x log of sin x minus 1, and sin x into that is plus sin x log of cosec x minus cot x. This is the real part, and to find imaginary part you have to product real part of first factor to imaginary part of second factor, and imaginary part of first factor to real part of second factor. At first we consider cos x in real part, there is real part from the first factor to imaginary part in the second factor. Here you see that imaginary factor, that is coefficient of I, that therefore minus 1 will the minus coefficient of minus 1 is coefficient of I is minus 1, therefore I take minus 1 in the second bracket, therefore this will be plus and this will be minus. Okay, therefore cos x here plus cos x, that is cos square x log of sin x minus 1. So cos sorry, at first we take that terms I sin x into that is sin square x log of sin x, here write down that, and then that term into that term, this will be plus cos square log of sin x. Please take your notebook and pen and calculate yourself. And here this is the imaginary part, and also there are another imaginary part, cos x into that, cos x into that is minus of that, that is if you take minus 1 here, this will be minus sign, and there cos x, therefore minus cos x log of cos x minus cot x. This is the result. Okay, this is the integration 1 by d minus I of log of sin x. Now I take the result in next page. This was that, this is the result part, real part, cos x sin x log of sin x minus 1 minus sin x cos x log of sin x minus 1 plus sin x log of cos x minus cot x. This is the real part, and in imaginary part this is the sin square x log of sin x minus 1 plus cos square x log of sin x minus 1 minus cos x log of cos x minus cot x, cos x minus cot x. This is the result. Okay, you see that two terms, this is same, this term and this term are same but opposite sign. Okay, cos x sin x log of sin x minus 1 log of sin x minus 1 cos x sin x, in front there is minus sign, therefore this will be cancelled. And there if you take common log of sin x minus 1 from that relation, there will be sin square x plus cos square x, that is this will be 1, therefore at a result this will be log of sin x minus 1. Okay, these two terms will be cancelled, therefore in real terms these terms only, and in imaginary portion combining that two terms, this result will be log of sin x minus 1 and minus cos of log of cos x minus 1. Therefore write down sin x log of cos x minus cot x plus I into log of sin x minus 1 minus cos x log of cos x minus cot x. This is the value of 1 by d minus I of log of sin x. Okay, this is the result which I calculate. Okay, now we have to calculate d plus I of log of sin x also. This is the result of 1 by d minus I of log of sin x. Similarly, we can find the value of 1 by d plus I of log of sin x. You see that what is the relation of that two terms, this term and this term. Just difference is that here is minus I, here is plus I, that is this is the complex conjugate of that value. Therefore result will be same also, that is same also in the sense same but they are conjugate, therefore result will be sin x log of cos x minus cot x, that is real part, minus there is plus but in 1 by d plus I log of sin x, this will be complex, complex conjugate, therefore here this will be the minus, that is minus I log of sin x minus 1 minus cos x log of cos x minus cot x. Okay, now what was the particular integral? This is the particular integral, y equal to 1 by 2 by d 1 by d minus I, that which is calculated. Now this means 1 by d minus I of log of sin x, that is that, minus 1 by d plus I of log of sin x, that is that, that is 1 by 2I into that minus that, 1 by d minus I of log sin x minus 1 by d plus I of log sin x. If you subtract that from that, therefore the real terms will be cancelled and resulting will be 2I of that terms. Okay, because there are same sign, if you subtract this term and this term will be cancelled, this minus of that means plus I, that is plus 2I of that. Okay, therefore 1 by 2I into 2I of this result, log of sin x minus 1 minus cos x log of cos x minus cot x. Okay, this will be cancelled, therefore simply log of sin x minus 1 minus cos x log of cos x minus sin x. So this is the particular integral. So we get complementary function as well as particular integral. Okay, what is the complementary function? And this is the, at first I write down the particular integral and then I write the complementary function. So the general solution of the differential equation is y equal to yc plus yp. So y equal to, this is yc, write down yc, and this is whole, this is yp, that is particular integral. So you have to put it here, therefore log of sin x minus 1 minus cos x log of cos x minus cot x, where c1 and c2 are arbitrary constants. Okay, and this is the complete solution of the given differential equation. Okay, Now we will go in another example. This is the last example in that video. Solve the differential equation. Here you consider a third order differential equation sin root 3x by 2. And the differential equation is that given differential equation is d3y dx3 plus y equal to e to the power x by 2 sin of root 3x by 2, that is dq plus 1 of y equal to that. The to find complementary function, we have to first find auxiliary equation. The auxiliary equation is m cube plus 1 equal to 0. M cube plus 1 equal to 0 implies that if you factorize it, this will be m plus 1 into m square minus m plus 1. Okay. Therefore, this is m equal to minus 1. From that factor, we get m equal to minus 1. And by Quadrature formula, you get that result minus b, that is plus 1 plus minus root under b square. B square means minus 1 whole square minus 4 AC 4 into 1 into 1, that is minus 4 by 2. This result will be minus 3, that is plus minus root 3i, that is minus 1 plus minus root 3i by 2. These are the values of m. Since this is real, minus 1 is a real number, for this root the complementary function contains c1 e to the power minus x, and this is of the form alpha plus minus beta with alpha equal to half and beta equal to root 3 by 2. Therefore, e to the power alpha x c2 cos beta x plus c3 cos sin beta x. Therefore, c1 e to the power minus x for that root, and for that root there will be e to the alpha x, that is e to the power half x, c2 cos beta x, here beta is root 3 by 2, cos root 3 by 2x plus c3 sin root 3x by 2. This is the complete this is the complementary function. Now we have to find particular integral. Here c1 c2 c3 are arbitrary constant. Now we have to find the particular integral. Here you see that this is the differential equation, therefore this is fd. Therefore particular integral is 1 by fd. 1 by fd means 1 by dq plus 1. 1 by dq plus 1 of that. Okay. Now you see that this is of the form exponential function into some another function. So you have to take e to the power x by 2 in front, just replacing d by d plus alpha, just that is we have to put d plus half in the place of d. Therefore this will be e to the x by 2 d plus half whole cube plus 1, and this remains unchanged. Okay. If you simplify it, this will be d cube plus 3 by 2 d square plus 3 by 4 d plus 1 by 8 into that, because a cube plus 3 square by 3, a square means d square, b means half, therefore 3 2 d square plus 3 a b square, 3 a means d, 3d, b square means 1 by 4, therefore 3 by 4 d, and half cube means 1 by 8, 1 by 8 plus 1, just I simplify it. Here in the place of 1 by 8 plus 1, I write down 9 by 8. Okay, this is the result. You see that here is a sine function, sin alpha x, it is in the form sin alpha x. So when the function is of the form, therefore you have to replace. At first you have to take you have to see that this is a function of d square or not. Here it is not directly function of d square, so you have to make it is a function of d square. For this purpose we adjust a factor in numerator as well as denominator, d cube minus 3 by 2 d square plus 3 by 4 d minus 9 by 8. I product this factor as well as numerator as well as denominator, and this is this. What is the rule? Just rule is that just take this term changing the sign of coefficients of either even terms or odd terms. Even terms or odd terms in the sense of power. Here I change the coefficients of d square and constants. Change the sign of the coefficients of d square and constant. Therefore I consider this term, which you see that here coefficient of d square by 3 by 2. Here I consider coefficient of d square as minus 3 by 2. Here is constant term is 9 by 2. Here I consider the constant term minus 9 by 8. So this will be here dq plus 3 by d, sorry, dq plus 3 by 4d minus 3 by 2 d square that, and same is that if you take capital A as dq plus 3 by 4d and capital B as 3 by 2 d square plus 9 by 8, therefore this will be a minus b and this will be a plus b. Therefore this will be a square plus b square. So I write down it is in that form 1 by d cube plus 3 by 4 whole d whole square minus 3 by 2 d square plus 9 by t whole square sin of root 3x. Okay. Again I take d from that, therefore outside of bracket this d will be d square, therefore d square into d square plus 3 by 4 whole square. Okay. this remains same, but there is d square into d square plus 3 by 4 minus 3 by 2 d square plus 9 by 8 whole square. Okay, now there this is a function of sine of alpha x, this is sine of alpha x, so we have to replace d square by minus alpha square. We have to put d square, we have to replace d square by minus alpha square. Here alpha is root 3 by 2, therefore alpha square is 3 by 4. Therefore we have to replace d square by minus 3 by 4. Okay, so there minus 3 by 4, there minus 3 by 4 minus 3 by 2 into minus 3 by 4 plus 9 by 8 whole square. You see that here this is minus 3 by 4, here plus 3 by 2, cancel that, but this is 0. Here 3 3 9, 4 into 2 8, therefore 9 by 8. Here this is minus sign, therefore minus 9 by 8, minus 9 by 8 plus 9 by 8. This is 0 and this is 0, therefore 1 by 0. Therefore this formula cannot be used for that particular problem, because here in the numerator the result is 0. So we cannot calculate the particular integral by that approach, not found by that approach. So we have to find particular integral in some another approach. For that purpose we consider the particular, we have to find the particular integral. So this is the particular integral is that, you see that this is sine, therefore we have to take, this is y, let capital Y equal to that, and x equal to same, but there I take cos x. This is same, but there I take cos x. Okay, therefore this will be x plus, now we consider x plus iy. X plus iy means this is x, that plus I of that. Okay, therefore 1 by d cube plus 1 e to the power x by 2 into cos of root 3 by 2 plus I into sin root 3 by 2. This means e to the power I root 3 by 2x, e to the power x by 2 into e to the power I root 3 by 2x. If you calculate it in the power of e, will be x by 2 plus I root 3 by 2x. Okay, this can be written as 1 by d cube plus 1 e to the power half, just I take common x from, I write down, here I take common x, therefore half plus I root 3 by 2 into x. Here write down this is omega. What is omega? Because we know that cube root of unity are 1 omega square, where omega equal to minus half plus root 3 by 2i, omega equal to minus half minus root 3 by 2i. So this is minus omega square. Okay, this is omega square, therefore this will be minus omega square. So I write down it. Okay, but if you put, this is 1 by fd of e to the alpha x, if you put minus omega square in the place of d, therefore this will be minus omega to the power 6. Minus omega to the power 6 means minus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 will be 0. So you have to, you are not able to put minus omega square in the place of d directly. So you have to take this another approach. This will, we have to take this is as e to the power alpha x into vx, that is in rule 2. Therefore we take e to the power omega x in front of that, and there will be 1 remains, and after taking e to the power minus omega square in front, we have to change d by d minus omega square. Okay, so e to the minus omega square 1 by d minus omega square whole cube plus 1. Now I just calculate it, therefore this is the result which I this is the result. Now I simplify it. Okay, and now we have to simplify it. If you simplify it, this will be a cube minus 3 square b plus b square. This is the formula, a cube d cube minus 3 square b 3d omega to the 3 square b, that is minus 3d square omega square minus d square omega square plus 3b square 3ab square. B square means omega to the power 4, 3d omega to the 4 minus b cube, that is omega to the 6. Omega to the power 6 is minus 1, therefore minus 1 plus 1 will be 0. Okay, this is the polynomial. Here in the previous problem I told you that if this type appears, this is a constant and this is a polynomial, so you have to take only lowest degree term of d and discard all other terms. If you can approach in calculation details also, such as taking it as function of taking 1 as a polynomial, you can calculate in general form, but till the result remains same. So I consider the lowest degree term of D and discard all the terms. Here the lowest degree term of is that, because this is not present, because here is 1 and this is -1, therefore this will be cancelled. Therefore this is the lowest degree term. Okay, this is the lowest degree term, 3 omega to the power 4d. Again omega to the power 4 means omega, therefore this will be 1 by 3 omega d of 1. 1 by 3 omega d of 1. Here I just write down the value of omega square. In the previous page we see that minus omega square was that. Okay, now here you see that 1 by omega means omega square, because if you omega is cube root of unity, here I write down omega cube, therefore omega cube by omega means omega square. This is 3 and this is d, that is 1/3. Okay, sorry, here I consider this is e to the power half into e to the power I root 3, sorry, e to the power half x plus e to the power I root 3 by 2x. E to the power half x into e to the power I root 3x means cos root 3x by 2 plus I sin root 3x by 2. And here the 1 by omega means omega square, and I take 1/3 unchanged, and 1 by d of 1 means x. Repeat again, e to the power, this means e to the power half x into e to the power I root 3 by 2x. So e to the power half x into e to the power I root 3 by 2x, that is e to the power I alpha form, will be cos alpha x plus I cos alpha plus I sin alpha. Here alpha is 1 root 3 by 2x, therefore this will be cos root 3 by 2x plus I sin root 3 by 2x. Here 1 by omega means omega square, so 1 by 3 omega, 1 by 3 omega means omega square by 3. 1 by d of omega means x. Okay, this is the result. Now we put the value of omega square. You know that value of omega square is the minus of that. If you take common minus, therefore minus sign will be in front of that, and here I write down I take minus in front of that, and 3x, that is at first I write 1/3 of x, 1/3 into x into e to the power x by 2 into that, and then I put that value. That value means I take -1 in front, therefore here I put omega square equal to half plus root 3 by 2 I root 3. So half 1/3 x e to the power x by 2, that, and here this is the negative sign I take in front of that. Now we product it and divide it in real and imaginary part. If you divide this, real part will be half cos root 3x and minus root 3 by 2 sin root 3x. This is the real part. Imaginary part will be half cos root 3x plus half imaginary part will be root 3 by 2 cos x, and here half sin root 3 by 2x. Okay, our target was to find capital Y, that is here capital Y is the imaginary part. You see that capital Y is the imaginary part, that we have to take the imaginary part. Comparing the imaginary part, we get y equal to, what will be the y? Y equal to 1/3 x e to the power 2 into the factor in first bracket, that is 1/3 x e to the power x by 2 root 3 by 2 cos root 3x by 2 half sin root 3x by 2. Okay, again d means 1 by d cube plus I of e to the power x by 2, that sin of root 3x by 2. This is the result. Here just I take half, this half, here we take 2 from denominator, this will be 1 minus 1 by 6 e to the power x by 2 root 3 cos root 3x by 2 sin root 3x by 2. Therefore this is the particular integral of the given differential equation yp. This is the yp. Okay, and yc was c1 e to the power x e to the power half x. This is the yc, that is complementary function. Therefore the general solution or complete primitive will be y equal to yc plus yp. So y equal to, just write down yc, this is the yc I write here. Okay, and plus this is yp, and therefore this will be minus 16 x e to the power x by 2, this. Okay, where c1 c2 c3 are arbitrary constant. This is the solution. Okay, I hope that you understand my video. If there are any query or any question, you can mail me or comment. Okay, if you have another problem, suppose some problem, you can mail me, I solve it and I will make a new video for your problem. Okay, thank you, keep watching.